Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here to do you What's Cracking reading. Firstly, thank you. I love you all so much. Thank you for everything you contribute to this channel. Today I'm going to go live on YouTube. Hopefully I won't have too much trouble with the internet. It's a bit finicky here. But I am going on early if you want to join me. So I do intend being on 11-ish or a little bit after 11 because I have to leave by 1 o'clock. So I'll be on, let's say I'll be on by about 10 past 11. All right, what else do I need to say? Okay, couple of things. Goulburn, on the 30th of April, we have a platform event if you're interested. I did check my Facebook page, and both that and the Fair for Goulburn are on my Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess. If you want to like my page, then you will always be notified there before anywhere else. Okay, there was something else that I wanted to talk about, and I'm completely gone blank now. This Friday and following Monday, I won't be on YouTube. So if you don't see readings this Friday or the following Monday, it's because I'm travelling again. It is going to be a little bit different doing that now, but all my children's birthdays, not all of them, but a lot of them over that period of time. So in the April-May bracket. All right, let's get into your reading. Did I say I was using the Shadowscapes Tarot? All right, let's see where we are going. Okay, so we seem to have my deck upside down. Yep, beautiful, because we're starting off with the King of Cups. You know, it's really interesting how it is, and I know from the people that text me or send me messages, because I know I've got several of you who write and say, wow, I've been pulling the same cards today. The King of Cups has been quite a player in the last couple of weeks, and seems to be coming up a lot. So it does represent Cancer, I was about to say Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And because it's a king, we're talking about like the top layer of the soup. So we're talking about someone who's very experienced, or an energy that is very experienced. The King of Cups can sometimes be a little colder than the Queen of Cups. She can be quite emotional and over-expressive, whereas the King sort of keeps his feelings sort of a little bit more subtle. It could be a person you're dealing with. It can always be your energy that's coming through. But it also can be like a general energy. So we can be talking about, oh no, my screen's gone really light. We can be talking about, you know, the energy that's going on in the universe at the moment. So King of Cups, definitely an emotional card, but it's more emotions that are kept sort of a little bit hidden. So maybe at the moment you're not getting a chance to express yourself. Maybe you're holding on to feelings because you don't want to sort of speak up about them for whatever reason. But you could also be dealing with someone who's feeling something very, very deeply for you, but is not expressing themselves. So with the Seven of Pentacles coming through, and there's this beautiful energy around this card, like I've always waited for you, or I always thought you would come into my life, or you're exactly what I asked for. That sort of energy coming through with these cards this morning. So I feel like it is somebody else, but I also feel it could be your energy. Maybe you've just met someone. Maybe you're all in that sort of emotional sort of energy. But when I go into this card with that one, I get this beautiful energy that sort of says to me, you know, I've just met someone who has made me feel a way I haven't felt in a really long time. I feel like you've been waiting for this person. Wow. And then we have the Queen of Cups right behind it. So we're definitely looking at you meeting someone who you see has a very strong tie to you, a soul contract to you. The Queen, as I said, is much more emotional, much more expressive. She's very intuitive. She's very in tune with her environment. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And I do feel here that you may be about to, or have just met someone who's really rocking your boat. Yeah, there's a love message here with the Page of Cups. So maybe somebody's come in and offered you something, a date, or maybe it's the first time. Maybe For some of you, it's somebody coming in that you've already known for a while but held back feelings for. I do have the Chariot coming through here, so very Cancer energy coming through with the Chariot card. But forward movement. Now, I have to say to you that there is this energy here in the cards that maybe you know this person, or you've known this person for a while but have never expressed yourself. Or maybe you've been seeing them for a while but haven't really got to the I love you stage. But it definitely feels that this is quite familiar. I feel whoever this person is, that perhaps you already have a very strong connection to this person regardless. So if you haven't met them yet, they're very, very close to being in your life. All right. Nice to get a love reading. Oh, and I have the Lovers. Nice to get a love reading. The Lovers is a card that talks about two people being brought together by the divine, by circumstance, by the universe. It's two people who are destined to be together. The old meaning of this card was the choice between two people. So it's possible you could have two water signs there with the King and Queen, or two people who love you greatly and you're making a choice between the two. I feel like more than anything that you have met someone here who really makes you feel like you've been brought together, like it's destiny, that sort of energy coming through. All right, so we have the Three of Swords following that, with the Eight of Cups. That definitely makes me feel like you already know this person here. Knight of Wands. I feel like you may have had some sort of connection to this person previously. It doesn't feel like you were in a relationship with them, though. It does feel like to me like you may have felt a sort of a kind of a way towards this person, but I don't feel it was reciprocated here with the Three of Swords, Eight of Cups energy, because to me that feels like you walked away from a situation that was either devastating or really sad for you to do here. Really sad for you to walk away from. You know, there's a possibility here with this Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is a very fleeting energy. It's very hot, passionate, but very quick. And I feel like somehow or another you may have met this person and maybe you wanted something to happen, but I don't think with the Knight of Wands this person was in the right place to commit to something here. I feel like they are there now, though, because they're now pointing towards this energy, which I feel maybe they're choosing love over something else now. But I feel like here that there was pain and you walked away from this situation. Again, I'm not feeling like there was a relationship. Maybe you had a crush on someone. Maybe you were crushing really hard on someone and they didn't seem to be interested in you. You know, a lot of times people say, I don't think they're interested in me. But you can see when someone's interested in you or not. You've only got to watch their eyes. You know, if someone has a physical attraction to you, their pupils change. And if you're not sure about that, that sort of creates an attraction energy between the two of you. Doesn't always mean that something's going to come of it, but you can see it in someone's eyes. It's a chemical reaction to something you like. So when you feel that way and you feel like someone's interested in you, I got to say to you, 99% of the time, there is an interest there if you can see it in their eyes. But I feel like here maybe you had a crush on someone and for whatever reason, this person was unattainable. All right, let's see what else we have here. Queen of Wands coming through. Knight of Cups. You know, the last couple of days, what I've been feeling is for many of you who are watching the channel, something's happened to you in the past here where you've changed. You've changed the way you see the world. You've changed aspects of yourself. You've become comfortable with who you are and maybe done work to release yourself from, you know, past cycles and, you know, energies that have held you back. Because every time I do the readings, I sort of get this flipping of energy at some stage or another, which tells me for most of you, you've put in the work and effort. I think a lot of the time, you know, we're all guilty where we know that we probably need to heal or we know we probably need to work on something. but for some reason we don't really sort of pay attention to it. And then when we pull in somebody new and they're exactly the same as the old person, it's a big message from the universe that something within you needs to be healed. But a lot of people ignore that and they just keep repeating the pattern. And I've heard people say that I've met someone again and he just seems to be the same as the last person, and he did this and he did that and he did this. And I always say, well, if your value's low, if you don't see yourself deserving more, then you're going to keep repeating that pattern until you understand your own value and you're going out vibrationally higher than what you were before. You're going to keep pulling in that same energy because that is all you think you deserve. And I feel like here the work has been done. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to here, you did a lot of work on yourself. You may have healed a lot of childhood wounds. You may have had a greater understanding of your part in situations and how you, I always say attract people, but really and truly you're not attracting them. They're coming towards you because they sense your lower vibrational energy or you're vibrating where they are. So sometimes, especially if you jump from one relationship into another without healing, you very often pull in a very similar person. I would say same person, different face. But here I see a love offer coming from somebody who is seeing you as the Queen of Wands. So this person isn't seeing you anymore the way that they used to. Maybe they did, maybe they were interested in you the first time around, but for whatever reason, you walked away, you backed off here. All right, so we have the Star card. You know, you can't, if it's meant for you, you can't avoid it. If it's meant for you, if it's on your pathway, you cannot miss out on an opportunity. Because I hear people saying that you've missed an opportunity, and I think then it wasn't yours. It's not a missed opportunity. It wasn't meant for you. But we tend to have these ways of looking at things in our language, which probably aren't very, they're almost excusing. It's like I'm being excused from this. So if I didn't get it, I missed out. Well, maybe you need to look at it differently because maybe it wasn't yours to begin with. The star tells me it is. The star tells me that whatever was going on here was already yours before you started. If you haven't met this person yet, but you've had a crush on someone in the past that you've given up on thinking that they weren't really interested, I'm here to tell you that this person is coming around for you here with the star because something was meant for you in the first place, but for whatever reason, it didn't go forward. Maybe because you had to do this healing. But it's coming in for you now. There we go. Look, we have the star and the sun here. The sun is a card that talks of joy, happiness, rebirth, feeling childlike, having a brand new beginning. It's all there in the sun. It's the most beautiful card in the deck and it lifts every other card. This isn't really a heavy reading. It really tells me that something went around once before and you feel like you missed out on something, but it did send you into this energy of healing your soul, opening your heart and becoming more available, more confident, more self-assured. This time, this person can't resist you. Nine of Swords coming through with the Seven of Wands. All right, let's just get some more cards to put on that because I feel like there's an anxiety here I want to investigate. All right, so I feel like you're dealing with someone who may be a water sign, but certainly somebody who's hidden love away from you. I do feel here that this person, most likely for both of you, because we have the Queen here, you may believe somewhere deep inside that this was the person you were meant to meet here. I feel like here, with this Page of Cups, this person now wants to offer you something new. And I feel like they're ready to move forward. They may not have been before. What do we have behind that? The Nine of Wands. Yeah, see, that was why I got the feeling that it was a return visit with the Nine of Wands. And maybe that's the anxiety here. You know, sometimes people say, I've got an opportunity. I've seen it a lot lately where people are dealing with people that they've had relationships or occurrences with in the past. And they've come back to tell me that that person's come back in again. I feel like here there may be a little bit of apprehension because maybe you think this time around this person may do the same thing again. I don't feel as though they will, not with the Star, the Sun and the Lovers here. All of them talk about destiny and future. I feel that you're a much stronger person this time around with this Queen of Wands, though. You're a much stronger person because you've worked on those things that maybe have made you insecure the first time around. Maybe somehow or another you've sort of picked up your confidence a little bit because you're shining here with this Sun over the top of you. You sit between the Lovers and the Sun. It's absolutely beautiful, but I do see this apprehension. Oh, the Ace of Swords has come out in reverse. That's interesting. With the Four of Swords. Oh, I must have turned my deck upside down. How interesting. All right, we'll read them reversed because I always say honour reversals. The Ace of Swords talks about the truth. The Four of Swords talks about taking time out. And the Six of Pentacles talks about investing in something. Investing in something for an equal balance or sharing. And I feel like here your apprehension here is that this person is not telling the truth or is not being honest with you. That although they want something, there seems to be this feeling that maybe they won't invest this time because they didn't invest last time. So your fears here are really that you don't believe that this person wants to invest the same way as you do. If the apprehension wasn't there, then I see this person and you really building something very beautiful here. The Six of Pentacles in this is a beautiful card. I feel like you're building something based in a truth here. So whatever this is, you're both feeling, you're both sharing, you're both investigating, and you've got a brand new beginning coming around here. But I feel like if this is you with this apprehensive energy, this sort of recognize the competition, recognize this defensiveness, because sometimes when things have happened to us before, instead of still going in with that open heart, instead of going in with our vulnerability, trusting ourselves, which is, the issue. You may not trust this. Oh, we had 17:17 on the clock. You may not trust this energy. And if you're going in with that energy, you're going to come up with this Seven of Wands energy, where you're going to sort of feel resistant and defensive and competitive. And it's really not a good way to greet someone. So if somebody's coming towards you, meet them eye to eye. You've done the work. You know who you are. Make sure you're meeting them with your heart open and from a vulnerable place. And vulnerability is not about weakness. It's actually the opposite. It's about personal strength and trust. Trusting yourself that, if this happened again, I know how to deal with it this time. I've done it before. Look how strong I am. But doing this fearful, sort of fear-based, I'm scared that this person might do the same thing again. You're going to come off defensive, competitive, and maybe even angry. All right, so we have the card here by the book, which is card 11. And this is abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting culture or family laws, universal laws. Now, this talks about doing things in a certain way, but I do feel that more so here, I'm going to read it because it says the universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provide a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings in turn have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Now this talks about sort of living within a social structure. But what I feel here, because it talks about the rules not always making any sense. So if you've been told that somebody would return to you and you couldn't make sense of that, then you need to understand the law of attraction and the laws of abundance. what it says here, release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to the universal laws and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. So I feel like here you're being asked to just accept, instead of perhaps analysing why this is happening or overanalyzing the situation. Just accept that you're being given another opportunity here. And just come in this new beautiful form that you're in. The one that now trusts what you're doing, that has now grown through the last experience. It's beautiful energy. Thank you.